Greetings, Algo artisans. We're going to take a look at APECOIN, Bitcoin, and Myro today. This all based on an audience member request off of X. So let's jump into the charts right now. Quick reminder that nothing we say in any of our videos, work, or website is to be used or construed as investment advice. Please consult a licensed investment advisor before risking your money on the markets because you can lose your money. It's risky. Okay, so we got a request from Nelius Engineering, and this happened right during my live lab show. And he or she made a request not through the actual chat on the live show, but through, just posting on there. So I didn't see it till after the show. I'll go ahead and take a look at these, and I'm going to be forthright with APECOIN. I don't think it's something I'm interested in. Let's go ahead and take a brief look at the chart here. We'll take a look at the metrics and what APECOIN is all about. I know APECOIN was humongous. It was a big play in like 2021, 2022 era. I mean, it was like one of the most popular coins out there, and that is actually probably why I'm not interested in it now. APECOIN is associated with the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which even amongst NFTs seems to be not really doing that well compared to say like Remilios or to Miladies or anything like that. So it just seems like APECOIN is a thing in the past, but there were some pretty big wins with it going back to late last year. So right now this chart is a weekly chart, so each one of these candles is a week's worth of price action, and you can see of course APECOIN did really well in 2022, which I think was at the end of its big run, and then it just kind of fell into obscurity along with most of crypto through 2023, bottomed out in October 2023, and was down below $1, which it also is right now. So it was roughly about $1, and then it moved up to $2.50. So it did get some gains and made about a 2.5x, which that sounds great, except a lot of cryptos were doing 10 and 20 and 50x during that time. Even your big cryptos like Bitcoin did like a 5 or 6x. So it's just underperforming everything. And part of the reason is that you're going to have a lot of bag holders from back in this area. You had a lot of people chasing the FOMO that didn't know about the crypto cycle, and every time it pops up, you're going to get people selling into it, especially whenever you see pivot points in the chart, such as you got this level right here, which corresponds with that level right there. You can draw a line right through these, and you can see that the highest it got was right there, and it got crushed. I don't expect APECOIN to really do very well based on the chart alone. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at some other metrics here. Of course, we have the APECOIN Twitter, or X, if you will. It's active. They post, it seems, every day. They even have a lot of new tech coming out. Their Yoga ID, they're a Web3 application, and you can see that they're posting and they're developing and they're doing all kinds of stuff here. But I'm really looking at the price chart and not seeing a whole lot going on. That's the main thing with which I concern myself in the absence of anything else, right? If you have a really bad price chart, it really doesn't matter what else is going on. The price is pretty much telling you that people are not interested in this. And again, the Bored Ape Yacht Club just seems to be kind of a thing in the past. It doesn't mean it won't come back. There's always that chance that it's going to come back, but I would be looking to the price of things before I got really excited about APECOIN, right? I'd be paying attention to that chart. If he breaks that $2.60 2024 high and it starts to look really bullish and you get a lot of chatter, then okay, that is a decent clue that things might end up going up, but we're just not in that territory. Brief look at the metrics here. You have right now a $544 million market cap, diluted valuation 800 million, 24-hour trading volume 48 million, so about 10% or less, like say 8 or 9% of the total market cap was traded over the last 24 hours. Right now, it's even bottoming out. It's lower than its 2023 lows, which is saying something. There are very few cryptos right now that are lower than its 2023 lows. Its price is just pretty dismal, and its price action is also dismal. And then, total supply, max supply. Basic history here, it's Web3, art, gaming, entertainment, and events is what Web3 is. And of course, Yugo Labs is a Web3 company best known for creation of the Bored Ape NFT. There's the Ape Foundation, it's the steward of APECOIN. It's a base layer on which APECOIN holders in the APECOIN DAO can build. So, there is an entire ecosystem here. There's a DAO, there's all kinds of stuff going on here. However, the price just doesn't interest me. I would need to see a lot more things happen, and I'm imagining there'd have to be a lot of development on ApeChain or APECOIN in order to be interested in buying that. So I'm personally staying away from it, but we did get an audience member request it, and I did say I would cover it. Looking back, I probably should have looked before I decided to cover it, but I hate to just bring on a coin and then say, hey, this isn't going to do well probably. It's not how how I want to do things, but I did say I would cover it. So next time if I get a request and I see a coin that I'm not really interested in, I probably just won't cover it, but this time I'm doing it. Now let's move on to Bitcoin. Okay, so here's Bitcoin on the chart. Bitcoin did reach up and grab liquidity at those higher levels that we talked about this morning, and right now it does appear to be forming a range between about 65,800 and 68,300. That's where the range seems to be formed. So let's go ahead and get rid of this liquidity and redraw that once we get the data off of Kingfisher.io. Okay, so liquidity directly above price up to about 67,600. So here's our liquidity box. We'll code that yellow so we know what it is. And again, as long as liquidity continues to build near price, there's a really good chance the price will reach up and grab that, and that does contribute to creating what looks like it's going to be a range here for now. Of course, price could break below, could break above. We don't know yet until it does, but it does seem that a range is building. So that is actually a very tradable range. If price goes up the top here, I might be interested in taking a short as long as the metrics line up for that. There is liquidity below price. It's pretty far below price, so we would be looking at a move back down to the bottom of the range and then a break below in order to grab that liquidity. And as that happens, a lot of trades might come off and this liquidity might disappear. So I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I think for now we can expect over the next several days price to bounce between 65,800 and 68,300 and remain range bound for that time. And if there is a break below, then price will probably approach 61,000. If there is a break above, then we're looking at a retest of the highs at around 72,000. And that's just where crypto is right now. And the longer it stays range bound, the longer other cryptos might do well. So in the spirit of other cryptos, let's move on to Myro, which actually is a newer coin, and we'll just go ahead and analyze the chart and not worry too much about anything else. Okay, so not a lot of data up high on these time frames, so I'm not really able to take much advantage of the algos up here. I can tell you the weekly is relatively bullish. It's had a great 2024, as many coins have. Started off late 2023 at about 1.3 cents, made its way up to 45 cents, so roughly, I don't know, is that a times 35? Something like that. It's amazing. Now, a lot of people made a lot of money, and there do seem to be people defending right now 10 cents, basically. Price has bounced off 10 cents a number of times, but it does appear that we might see price not being able to continue to defend 10 cents, right? The bulls might run out of energy right there, so what I'm looking at right now, it appears, are lower highs, right? Now remember, Bitcoin is in that holding pattern. Bitcoin is in that retracement after the halving and consolidation, and we don't know if it's going to dip below that 60,000 again. Once Bitcoin breaks above 72,000 and retests those all-time highs, it breaks above, I think all these coins, including this coin, will probably do well. But you've got a coin that started out back here in 2023, made a monstrous rise, and is now falling, and it seems very meme coin-ish. Okay, I'm not saying it's a meme coin, I'm saying it seems meme coin-ish, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Meme coins make a lot of money for a lot of people. We just have to be careful and understand what they are. They're high risk. There's no recommendation from me either way. Do your own research, trade them if you want to. This is a bearish formation so far. Okay, now this could pop above. See this invalidated, right? Price could break above, and this is no longer a bearish formation. But until that time, then this is bear formation, and it could go down pretty far if this breaks downwards. This rise was monstrous, and unless the rest of the market deflates, then this could continue to deflate as people take profit and rotate into more stable coins, and we could see price drop down. I would venture to guess down to about 4 cents. Rough. That's the next stop down, maybe even a little bit of a stop off around 6.5 cents, right? So again, once Bitcoin does well, this coin may be able to pull out of this pattern, and I'm guessing it probably would consolidate for a bit, one of these things, and then rise up. Very well could, but again, that's going to be very much dependent on a very bullish Bitcoin market, and the way I drew this is very, very sketch. It's not any kind of timeline. It's just the basic idea of what might happen if and when Bitcoin breaks out, and it could happen way more quickly than that. If Bitcoin really starts to approach its all-time highs, then what we're looking at probably resembles something like this nice hard move up, and we would go from there. So, all right, that's all we have time for today. I hope this video was helpful. Please come over to algofactory.tech. We teach people how to build their own trading method, otherwise known as an algorithm. You don't have to know how to code, but if you do code, we can put you on the path to where you can build something that trades for you while you're not at the computer. If you just want to trade manually, which is what most people are doing, then that is, of course, something that we can help you do and help you have the capability to possibly extract money out of these markets on a regular basis. And while we do focus on crypto for a lot of these videos, I'm actually primarily a Forex trader, and you got to know that crypto doesn't go forever. it goes for about a year, year and a half, and then for a couple of years, there's not much going on in crypto. And if you want to be a trader, you're going to want to understand how to really trade, how to put on those big boy pants, because what's going to happen is eventually crypto's going to flatten out and the meme coins aren't going to be what they used to be, most likely. I've seen it enough times. I've been in this game since 2017. I don't expect that to change. So come on over, learn how to trade. As a matter of fact, we got some pretty happy customers who are already down the path of success in their algo building. Let's hear from one of those right now.
Hey, Cowboy V. I just wanted to give a heartfelt thanks for putting this project together. I initially joined Algo Factory a year ago, concerned about a repeat of the 2008 great financial crisis and the prospect of losing my job again. Within 12 months, under V and Cowboy's expert tuition, including live reviews, I've created a profitable algorithm launched across a selection of assets. Now, facing the prospect of redundancy and a nice fat severance package to trade with, my current worst case scenario is to keep my job. Thanks again, guys. Really appreciate what you've done here.
AlgoFactory.tech. Trade your job, upgrade your life, and we'll see you on the next one.